everyone, back to my channel. I'm a new YouTuber. This is going to be series 1 of my makeup collection of a 19-year-old. Right here I have all my eyeshadow palettes. Over here I have my face palettes, primers, and concealers, and foundations. First I'm going to show you would be the palettes because they will take longer. I'll do the high-end first. If you guys have this or have heard of James Charles, I have one of these I've gotten. I got Iconic London is another one of my collection. New, I got that in a BoxyCharm, which I will do on BoxyCharm boxings on this channel. My favorite, it smells so good, one of my little favorites is Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum. As you can see, I probably use it a lot from all. It does have a little bit of fallout if you've never used it before. And to be honest, it does not smell like rum, so don't worry about the alcohol smell. My new palette that I got from my fiance is Huda Beauty's Nude Palette. It looks like this when you get it. I have used it to try it out. There's these. This will be like a concealer base. I use it for glitter or for metallics for it. As you can see, my fiance in the mirror filming. This is in Living Colors, like from the show. Also got this in the BoxyCharm. If you've ever seen it in Living Colors, these are the shadows that come in it. Not very muddy, but it's very pretty. It's a little different with looks here, but it's very pretty. These are my favorites brand for liquid eyeshadows is the Stellas, or Stellas, depending on how you pronounce it. Liquid eyeshadows, which I have in these colors, like a black, like a silver lavender. This one's like a rainbow-like brown and like a pink. I have these all messed around. I have ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows. I got Lancome. Also, my newest, I got 2 in a BoxyCharm, which would be the Tarte Clay eyeshadow palette, which is very natural for if you are a natural eyeshadow person. Pretty packaging. These are, I've just now this year gotten high-end makeup, and I'm so far loving it. Normally I use cheap, and I'll show you like Walmart brands or kind of dupes for certain things. This is also a like Walmart brand. It works really good, as you can probably see if I open up. I've hit pan on one color. It smells like peaches. It's kind of like floral peach, but it's like a good fragrance and not really floral. It's just more peaches than any. By L'Oreal. If you're looking for like very colorful or even glitter colorful, these would be the best that I know, and they're kind of cheap at Ulta. I don't know if they have them in Sephora, but they probably do. But these are cheap, very good pigmented for very colorful looks. If you're looking for like something in Walmart, this works, CoverGirl. It's got these shades in it. I've used a couple of them, mostly this color. It's so pretty, which is Crown. Is my favorite. And my very first ever palette was this, which is my favorite. I got it from Macy's. As you can see, I've used a lot of it, especially these. I love shimmers, so shimmers are my go-to thing. Probably too many of you have heard of this brand, W7. These are like some of them are like dupes for certain palettes. I forgot what palettes they were, but they're like very good. I have it in the cherry one. I have it in the Nude Naturals, and I also have Perfusion ones that are somewhat similar in packaging, but not. But in a little bit of both, you can find some of the similar colors in here. These ones actually have names, which I like this because the names are funny. This is my second eyeshadow palette I've ever had. I've used most of these top ones, but I have used these two, but I mostly reach for this end when I do. And that's basically it for this. For the big palettes, I use Wet n Wild if you love Wet n Wild. This one is fire, this one's water. Very pigmented. If you don't think it's pigmented for like a Walmart brand, but it is. This one's my favorite. The blues on here, they do work. You just probably gotta add like 2 or 3 layers on it to get it to look like blue. Other than that, it'll look like green when you first put it on. I have these also a good liquid eyeshadows, NYX. I got them in these colors. Also another good one. Now this has glitter on it. This you will have to shake because it's oily based. It's Hard Candy's liquid eyeshadows. This is an Ulta Beauty eyeshadow I have, and it's like a chrome-like pretty color. Good for like fall or Christmas color. Then I have black and L'Oreal, also from Walmart. It's an all black shadow that I use sometimes for smoking or for eyeliner. I have this. This comes with also this Ulta thing I got for the 12 Days of Christmas thing. It's a little like liquid kind of cream eyeshadow in like a chrome, like gray silver rainbow looking one, you could call it. So that's it on these palettes and eyeshadows. Next would be on to face palettes. Kind of cheap, but you might know her as Paris Hilton, but she does have makeup if you don't know that. And this is her face. You got your highlight and contour and bronzer. You got some like blush, like shimmer blush if you're into shimmer, or even you can use it for a highlighter if you have darker skin. I typically use this. Sometimes I'll mix both of these, but if I sometimes dab this on my blush if I feel a little extra shimmery. But like this is a good palette. I don't go in it too much because it's how big it is. It also tells you where to apply it and how to apply it for beginners. I feel like this would be good for beginners on makeup first time ever. I have this for bronzer, which is my favorite of all time. And I don't use these because they're not my skin shade, if you can tell by my hand. I use this mostly, as you can see. It's like more my tone. I go on a light hand. Also got this from my fiance with my Ulta Beauty package. Is the highlighter set, and it comes with this little thing. This is like a cream, but I use it as like a primer before I put on these ones if you want extra shine. You can also put this on top of blush, which I use it for blush sometimes if I want shimmer. Don't really use this too much because it's not my shade, but I still dip into it a little bit if I want to be a little bronze. But like this is a really good palette. This also tells you steps and stuff if you never had it. It is expensive, but it works really good. We have another Paris Hilton product. This is her highlight. I've definitely hit paint on this. This was my favorite shade. It's called Daydream. I love it. I wish I had more. As you can see, it's messy because of how much I've used it. I dipped in these two shades once in a while in this, but like not too much on the other shades. But I will probably use more. More I get used to it, using other shades. Another I've hit paint on this. I'm starting to is Lancome. Expensive, but it's a high-end, good little palette for bronzer. It's bronzer, highlight, and stuff. And these now have shimmers in it. This one's like very shimmery. As you can see, this is my favorite shade. I use for highlighter. I've been using lately. I also mix that with something else, which I'll show in another video what I use it with. Now here comes her primers. These are face primers first. My thoughts on this, for some reason it smells funky to me and it doesn't agree with my skin with certain e.l.f. products that I use. The brushes work wonder for me, but like primers, like these two primers from them, like I tried this one because I seen it on TikTok, but it doesn't like do anything really with me. When I put this on with a certain foundation I have, which would be this one, which is a cream like mousse one, it like bubbles up, or if it doesn't bubble, it like curdles, like weirdness texture with it for some reason. It doesn't go good with my skin. I barely use this. I use it once in a while if I want to, and it doesn't go with this primer really good. I would suggest using these two. Maybe this might work on your skin depending on your type of skin texture, but it doesn't agree with me. I use Smashbox Photo Finish. Lately I've been using this as my primer, one of my favorite primers. Extra Primer by Maybelline. I bought 2 of them to back up because of quarantine. Never can have enough during quarantine. Try to save yourself from going outside. I got this also with my Ulta Beauty, 12 Days of Beauty. As you can see, a little bit of blush got on that. I use this. As you can see, I have indent. I use this. And this is like a little bronzy shimmer, like illuminator, basically. And then this I got in my BoxyCharm from last month, and I've been loving it. I've never had this brand before, and I was excited for it. It's been working good on my pores and stuff because I don't have the best skin. A lot of people think I do, but I have bad pores and stuff, but I just try to get rid of them as best I can. And this works wonder for large pores like I do. Now for eyeshadows, primers. This was my first ever brand I ever used, and I love it. I've kind of been out of it because I found a couple new favorites, but I still like that at Walmart. It is One Wild. Lately I've been using the Milani one. That's been working really good for me. It's like a little runny, but I wouldn't put too much on my eyelids to do it because it will get runny and hard to blend. This I have never used yet. I still gotta use. It came with my Ulta Beauty, 12 Days of Beauty. My ultimate favorite, which this is empty, but I kept it to show what kind I would get again. This is my favorite, first favorite, and this is my second favorite, the Milani one. So I suggest this if you want to get more high-end or first-time high-end beauty for keeping your eyeshadow on. If you don't want to be a first time putting makeup on and using an eyeshadow primer and you only have a budget, a low budget, this works good. It's kind of like somewhat of a dupe, but it's not quite a dupe because it's more like runny. This one's not. Now for foundation, these I've been loving lately. I never really used Revlon foundations or really Revlon products too much other than like eyeliners and stuff or mascaras, but I've like really loved these ones. These are yeah, you can probably tell I'm in the shade 200, or it would be nude for me shade if you're wondering what shade this is. This is at Walmart or probably any drugstore if you want. I think at the most I paid probably $7 to $5 or somewhere in the range, but I will list the prices on certain products if you want to know in the comment section. I have Rimmel. This it's a little dark for my skin tone. I don't use it very often. I mostly use it if I got a slight darkness, or I sometimes mix it in other foundations. I don't use it as much as I used to. Once again, e.l.f. This smells so perfumey. If you ever smell like, I don't want to say old person, but like nursing home like stuff, smells like very cleansed and like floral, like strong fragrance. This doesn't agree with me. I don't know what e.l.f. does with me. I have nothing against e.l.f. It just doesn't go against my skin. Good. This is too dark. It does cover good, I will say that. It's just not for me. But I keep it for try-ons and stuff. Here's again with the brand W7. This is a liquid foundation. Slightly dark for me, but I do use this. I do mix it in with this foundation or even a lighter skin foundation. And for concealers, my favorite one right now is also from Walmart, is CoverGirl. This is like kind of, I've heard, is a dupe for Tape Shade concealer, and this works really good. And I have this in the shade Fair Porcelain, and then I have this from Revlon. stuff. This is what I use if I don't want to be like extra glamorous or full covered. If I don't have too much bags under my eyes, I use this. And this is about all my makeup palette, my foundations, makeup palettes, face palettes, primers for this section, this video today. Leave a like, a comment, and a description below. Like, tell me what your favorite brand or what your favorite part of this video was. Was it the eyeshadows, the face, or the primers and foundations? Or what your favorite product is. Have a nice day, guys.